Hey guys, it's Tony Gattari here from Achievers Group with another business teaching. I just want to share you a bit of a story about a great statement that maybe you even want to write this one down. It actually says, turnover is vanity, profit is sanity, cash flow is reality. And clearly, I think I've articulated that in the past, I've actually been in the corporate world and, I was totally deceived in the corporate world. I used to think that money used to just grow on trees, and it doesn't. And then I started my own businesses and I realized the need to understand cash flow. And what I really wanted to do is I just wanted to share you an idea because clearly some of you may already know by my surname that I'm Italian. In fact, I was christened Antonio Roberto Gattari. And I remember the first car that I had, which was a 1963 Volkswagen. And I was living with my parents at that stage, going to university. They lived in western suburbs of Sydney, and I went to university at Westmead, close to Parramatta. And I remember my father, who was very house proud. All Italians tend to have amazing houses. Yes, we concrete everything, we tile everything. And I can still remember driving this car into the garage every day, and every single night, my father would put cardboard down the bottom of the garage where my car used to drive into. And what was he concerned about? Oil leaks. And here's the principle: cash flow is oil leaks. What is the point of expanding your business if you're leaking oil? What is the purpose of actually accelerating the engine with profound, powerful sales and marketing strategies? What's the point of actually employing more team members if you haven't stopped the leaky oils? And what you've got to do is you've got to get under the car and you've actually got to tighten the gaskets. Because if you speed up a car and accelerate it even more, you'll even leak more oil. So I just wanted to go for you a couple of ideas here. Okay, first idea is, what is the main reason people go into business? Well, I'm a firm believer that a lot of you, including myself, I actually go into business to make money. I believe that the purpose of a business is a commercial, profitable enterprise. And I believe that a lot of people have to separate their hobby from their business. Because if you've got a hobby, treat it as a hobby, but don't treat a hobby as a business because you can be totally confused. So fundamentally, if you're in business, there is a scorecard, and I think you actually have to know how to read that scorecard. And I think that for any business owner, you actually have to really be on top of understanding your profit and loss and understanding your balance sheet. Because your profit and loss measures profitability. Your balance sheet measures liquidity. One measures cash flow, one measures profit. And it would be really, really good, guys, to actually not look at these scorecards yearly, but look at them weekly or daily or monthly at least. Because how can you improve the performance if you don't know how you're going? Now, the other reason that you actually go into business is to make the best available profits from the capital they invest in the business. Because in a very real sense, you have a choice. You have a choice to put your money somewhere else. And you have a choice to actually say, well, why should I do this if I don't earn enough return? And really, your return should be greater in business than what you would get if you put the money into a bank. Because it's the opportunity cost of actually putting that money somewhere else and getting a better return. And the other reason you go into business is to make the best available return from capital and invest and collect it as quickly as possible. I'm a firm believer that although I love to sell, selling is useless if you don't know how to collect. I'm a firm believer that one of the greatest areas to improve anyone's cash flow is just to have a look at their receivables. I'm a firm believer that if you understand how to collect well and you train your customers from the beginning, you won't have a problem. And I'm a firm believer that there are some people who believe that if they haven't paid you by 90 days, they don't actually have to pay you. So I really, really do believe that it's great to make profit. It's great to actually have a great return on that profit, which is greater than what you currently get in the marketplace. But you must also be able to collect that money as quickly as possible. So guys, that's the teaching. I hope it's helped. I hope it's inspired, and I'll see you next time.